Hello and welcome back to another episode of Sound Surfing with your host, Samuel S.C. In this episode, we're going to be covering IGOR by Tyler, the Creator. IGOR was released on May 17, 2019, and controversially won Best Rap Album in 2020. Not because it wasn't liked, but that it wasn't much of a rap album. IGOR features a lot more R&B sounds, along with rougher and rawer production. It still features rap, but it was a far cry from his shock rap beginnings. This is also the first album of Sound Surfing that I was actually looking forward to before release, having loved his previous album, Flower Boy. IGOR is a concept album, following Tyler caught in a love triangle. His love turns toxic and unleashes an alternate, angrier side named IGOR. The album shows Tyler being trapped and distraught, eventually learning to say goodbye. Did IGOR live up to my expectations? Well, let's hit the waves and find out. The intro starts with a lone, sustained, fuzzy synth, then joined by a drum beat and then an explosion of sound. The track is pretty much a glorified instrumental with a little inserts of various phrases throughout. It's like the opening credits of the album, showcasing the sound to come. I love this intro, and it's a great and exciting way to kick off the album. For real this time. The lead single, and most popular song of the album, Earthquake, shows Tyler's love at its purest, before it turns sour. But there is still a sense of desperation and fear that his lover might leave him. It also features Playboy Cardi, with a pretty much an unintelligible verse. But it still lends itself to the great sound of the track. Most of the features on IGOR are small and serve the general feeling of the track than a showcase of the featured artist, which I love. While it's not one of my favorites, it's a great song and it's clear why it was the lead single. I think is a lot like Earthquake, as it lays the seeds of an unhealthy dependence on this person he's with without making it seem too bad yet. I love the chorus off I Think. It's incredibly catchy, and the piano placed throughout the track provides a great sound.
Exactly what you run from, you end up chasing.
Exactly What You Run From, You End Up Chasing is a short interlude with Jared Carmichael leading into the next song.
Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time.
Running Out of Time is probably my least favorite track off the album. The instrumental and theme feels more like filler than anything else. Luckily, it's one of the shortest songs off the album, so like the last song, it serves better as an interlude into my favorite track.
Sometimes you gotta close the door to open a window.
New Magic Wand is a darker turn, as it's the first time the character of IGOR takes center stage. IGOR is mad that his lover is spending time with someone else and threatens violence. The percussion and synths are really dark and brooding. It's one of the more rap-heavy songs off the album. Tyler himself has stated that New Magic Wand is one of his favorite songs, and I can't disagree. A Boy Is a Gun steps away from IGOR and focuses more on how his lover is treating him, how his lover is afraid to be himself and treat Tyler better, without being scared of how others will think of them. Tyler likens this boy to a gun as it can protect him but also backfire and hurt Tyler in the process. This track also has one of my favorite samples, and it's probably one of the more dense tracks lyrically.
I'm your puppet.
Puppet is very self-explanatory. Tyler is realizing that his lover is in control of him, like a puppet. I love the bridge on the track, as it features some backing vocals from Kanye West, and it's really mellow. Story-wise, there isn't much to the track, but it's still a fun listen.
I see the light.
What's Good takes us back to IGOR as he gains independence and confidence in himself after a car crash. He feels like he can finally break away from his lover. This is also the hardest song off the album, a lot like Who Dat Boy from Flower Boy. And in an album that is very light on the rap, when Tyler finally lets himself free and gets into his groove, it's a great change of pace. Gone Gone / Thank You is a song of two halves. The first half is Tyler letting go of his love and saying goodbye, and removes his lover like a band-aid. His wounds are healed and he doesn't need his lover anymore, but their relationship has still left a scar. I love the percussion in this half, and CeeLo Green's vocals in the chorus are great. The second half has Tyler singing over an arpeggiated synth that says he is thankful for their time together, but he doesn't think he can fall in love again. Thank You is a great climax, and along with Gone Gone, provides a great song.
Trying to keep up because
I don't love you anymore.
In I Don't Love You Anymore, Tyler rejects the idea that he will never love again and chooses to look on the greater side, that maybe they'll both be better off without each other. I adore the chorus, as Tyler sings in a very high-pitched way.
I don't love you anymore.
I think this one is one of the more underrated tracks off the album. In the outro track, despite all they've been through, Tyler can't seem to let himself say goodbye, hoping they both can stay in each other's lives and stay friends. Although this may seem like a healthy decision, it's left up to the listener to decide if this truly is the best choice, and if maybe they would be better off never seeing each other again. This track itself is the most R&B sounding off the album and gives me goosebumps with its synths. The track ends with an unresolved synth, which connects to the one in the beginning, making it seem like Tyler's going to make the same mistakes and repeat the process. To be honest, I wasn't that into rap and hip-hop before I found Tyler, the Creator, but Flower Boy really gave me a pathway to discover a new style of rap that's more focused on story and emotion, something I like from other artists like Kendrick Lamar. So when IGOR came out in the spring of 2019, it was the perfect blend of what I love most about Flower Boy, and became my favorite album in his discography. My favorite tracks are I Think, New Magic Wand, and Are We Still Friends? And I say you should check those out, but IGOR is better as a completed whole, so just give the album a listen and let yourself fall in love. Thanks for riding the tide with me, and remember, this isn't goodbye, just to smell you later.